am Archangel Charity, the feminine expression of the pink flame of divine love and the heart of Archangel Chamuel. I come to you wrapped in the living pink flame, radiating gentleness and strength, tenderness and direction, comfort and momentum. For the charity I represent is neither passive nor indulgent, but the vibrant heart of the cosmos, beating in constant offering to all life. In this period you call ascensional, when the fibers of time tighten and fine-tune like sacred strings, preparing to sound in new octaves. Charity must be understood from a higher dimension than what you've known in past cycles. It can no longer dwell in you as a mere act of giving what's left over, or as a way to soothe unconscious guilt under the appearance of altruism. No, my beloveds, at this point in your journey, such understanding is no longer sufficient. True charity, the one that flows from my heart and which I now invite you to embody, is an unceasing stream of expanded awareness that recognizes the divine in the other, just as fully as in oneself. It is not love out of need, duty, or even human compassion, but love because you recognize the other as a living part of your own being. It is no longer the I giving to the you, but the one loving itself in all forms. Do you see the difference? While the old form of charity often placed you, perhaps unknowingly, on an illusory pedestal from which you helped others, this new charity dissolves all barriers between giver and receiver. It calls you to be love itself, without judgment, without expectation, without measure. And this, beloved ones, asks of you a far deeper surrender than you may have imagined, because the charity of this age is radical. It does not arise from mental patterns or moral codes written by declining cultures. It is born from the pink fire that burns in your chest when you remember that you are not separate from anything or anyone. So do not seek me in public displays of generosity if they carry noise, competition, or the desire for approval. Do not seek me in offerings given without love. Find me in the deep silence of one who offers a true moment of presence to a soul in pain. In the invisible gesture of one who prays for another without expecting recognition. In the soul who, without applause, holds the peace of a place, the hope of a child, or the healing of a broken heart. Charity is a vibration. It is an electromagnetic field you emit from your awakened state. When you walk in gratitude, when you think with tenderness, when you speak truth without wounding, when you embrace from the soul, when you cook with joy or breathe with awareness, you are being charitable, for you are raising the vibrational field of everyone around you without imposing, manipulating, or controlling. That is the charity of the new times, love in a state of presence. And do not confuse this charity with allowing abuse or enabling ignorance. That is not charity. It is fear in disguise. To love does not mean to always yield. Sometimes, charity takes the form of a firm no, an uncomfortable truth, or a necessary withdrawal so that another may discover their own strength. Charity does not infantilize or prolong another's pain. On the contrary, it uplifts, empowers, and ignites the flame in others so they too may awaken to their divinity. In this ascensional period, each of you is called to be a beacon of this living charity. And that means being willing to heal the wounds that keep you from loving without conditions. It means releasing the old memories that made you believe you were unworthy of receiving, or that you were somehow less than others. True charity begins with yourself. By loving, forgiving, caring for, and listening to yourself. How can you offer authentic love to the world if you deny yourself its most basic expression? Many who walk the path of light still punish themselves, judge themselves, and carry shame. They believe they are spiritual because they give everything to others, but they deplete themselves to the point of illness. That is not charity. It is self-forgetting. And there can be no true ascension without a deep, lucid love for who you are. Charity means remembering that you too are God embodied, and that you are worthy of fullness, rest, and tenderness. So begin with yourself. In this moment, as planetary energies accelerate and everything seems to move faster, pause. Breathe. Feel me. I am here. I am Charity, and my pink flame surrounds your auric field, reminding you that you are not alone, that everything you've given with sincerity has been received by the universe, even if no one ever thanked you. I witnessed it. I saw every loving gesture, every quiet sacrifice, every silent tear that softened someone else's pain. And now, I ask that the same tenderness you have offered to others may take root within you, that you allow yourself to receive, to be cared for, cherished, and loved without conditions, because love that is not accepted becomes stagnant, and you were created to be a river, not a dam. So walk now as a living channel of charity, conscious, radiant, and powerful. Be the one who heals just by being present, who uplifts without needing words, who serves not because they should, but because they burn with love. And do not fear if at times you don't know what to do. Call on me. I will be there. The moment you sincerely invoke my name, my pink flame will descend upon you, and you will know what to say, what to do, or simply how to be. For sometimes, charity requires no action, only presence. A presence that holds and loves without saying a word. You are now the living temples of the new earth, and every temple is called to radiate this pink flame that heals, unites, and transforms. Remember, charity is one of the highest forms of love made manifest. I am Archangel Charity, and through this channel I embrace you, not as something apart, but as the most loving part of your own being.